To delve deeper into U.S. history, we can explore key themes, movements, and detailed events within each era. Here's a deeper exploration. 1. Pre-Columbian and Indigenous Societies. Cultural complexity. Native Americans developed intricate societies with varying levels of social, political, and technological advancement. Examples include Mesoamerican civilizations. Aztec and Maya developed advanced mathematics, astronomy, and written language. Southwest peoples. The ancestral Puebloans created complex irrigation systems and cliff dwellings. Eastern woodlands. The Iroquois Confederacy exemplified early forms of democracy. 2. Age of Exploration and Colonization, 1492 to 1763. Spanish Empire dominated Central and South America. Missions and presidios spread Christianity and European culture. French Empire focused on fur trade, with settlements in Canada and the Mississippi River Valley. English colonization. Jamestown, 1607, struggled initially, but thrived due to tobacco cultivation. Plymouth, 1620, founded by the Pilgrims seeking religious freedom. By the mid-1700s, the 13 colonies were thriving, but tensions with Britain loomed. 3. American Revolution and Independence, 1763 to 1789. Key revolutionary ideas. Enlightenment principles, e.g., John Locke's ideas on natural rights and government by consent, inspired the Declaration of Independence. Continental Army. Led by George Washington, it faced many challenges, but succeeded due to French support and British overreach. Post-war challenges. Articles of Confederation created a weak federal government. The Constitutional Convention, 1787, resulted in the U.S. Constitution, which balanced federal and state powers. 4. Early Republic, 1789, 1820s. Development of the federal government. Alexander Hamilton's financial policies strengthened the economy, but divided the public. Political factions evolved into formal parties, Federalists versus Democratic Republicans. Conflicts with Native Americans. Expansion displaced indigenous peoples, leading to resistance such as Tecumseh's Confederacy. War of 1812 resulted in a surge of nationalism and secured U.S. control over its territory. 5. Antebellum period, 1820 to 1861. Regional differences. The industrial North emphasized manufacturing, trade, and immigration. The agrarian South depended on cotton and slavery. Key political issues. Missouri Compromise, 1820, balanced slave and free states. Compromise of 1850 included the Fugitive Slave Act, intensifying abolitionist opposition. Abolitionist movement. Figures like William Lloyd Garrison, Sojourner Truth, and Frederick Douglass gained prominence. Women's rights. Advocates like Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony emerged. 6. Civil War and Reconstruction, 1861 to 1877. Civil War turning points. 1862. Battle of Antietam was the bloodiest single day in U.S. history. 1863. Gettysburg and Vicksburg marked turning points, weakening the Confederacy. Reconstruction challenges. Freedmen's Bureau provided education and support for freed African Americans. Resistance groups such as the Ku Klux Klan undermined Reconstruction efforts. 7. Industrialization and the Gilded Age, 1877 to 1900. Technological innovations. Thomas Edison's electric light bulb and Alexander Graham Bell's telephone revolutionized daily life. Economic disparities. Robber barons accumulated wealth, while workers faced low wages and poor conditions. Labor movements. Strikes like the Pullman Strike and formation of unions, e.g., American Federation of Labor. 8. Progressive Era and World Wars, 1900 to 1945. Social reforms. Muckrakers like Upton Sinclair exposed corruption and poor conditions. Progressive policies included child labor laws and antitrust legislation. World War I. U.S. entry tipped the balance in favor of the Allies. Post-war isolationism shaped foreign policy until World War II. Great Depression. New Deal programs like Social Security and public works projects stabilized the economy. World War II. Mobilization of industry and troops cemented the U.S. as a superpower. End of the war marked by the creation of the United Nations. 9. Cold War and Civil Rights, 1945 to 1991. Cold War conflicts. Proxy wars in Korea and Vietnam define the era. Cuban Missile Crisis, 1962, brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. Civil rights achievements. 1954. Brown versus Board of Education ended school segregation. 1963. March on Washington highlighted the fight for equality. 1964 to 65. Civil Rights and Voting Rights Acts passed. 10. Contemporary era 1991-present. Economic shifts. Globalization increased trade, but led to manufacturing decline in the U.S. Technology revolution. Internet and digital technologies transformed communication and commerce. 21st century challenges. Climate change and political polarization. Social justice movements, including racial equity and LGBTQ+ rights. Pandemic era. COVID-19 reshaped healthcare, education, and global dynamics. Would you like further details on any of these topics or an analysis of a particular event, movement, or era?